Okay guys, we got our boiling water going here. I have my pasta in the back. I have my butter here, guys. And I have my little salt here, guys. And in this container here, guys, this is the king of this recipe, guys. This is my mushroom cream soup. This is what we're going to use in this recipe, guys, okay? This is where you're going to get all your flavor at. Not the cheese, not the season, not the chicken, but this is the king of this recipe, guys, that mushroom soup. So we have our water boiling over here, guys, so we're just going to throw some of that salt in there. And then we are going to put us 2 teaspoons of butter. And we're going to add our pasta into that boiling water, guys. And we're going to let that just cook up, guys, for about 8 minutes. And then we are going to put our recipe together. All right, let's give our pasta a good stir, guys, so it won't stick together. And we put the butter in there for flavor and to keep them from sticking together, guys. All right. Okay, guys, our pasta is doing well. So what we are going to prepare to do is take our pasta out this boiling water, and we're going to rinse the pasta. And then you're going to put the pasta back in the pan after you rinse it with cold water. And then we're going to mix this recipe up together, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to add this pasta back into our pot. Then what next, we are going to add that cream of mushroom soup into our recipe. Guys, I have this heat turned off, guys, okay? But the pot was still hot. So we're going to put that cream of mushroom soup into the pot. And then we're going to get a 1/2 cup of water. So we have a 1/2 cup of water. And we're going to pour that into the recipe. Now we are going to add our chicken, guys. And remember, I told you in the beginning that with your chicken, I left 1 can and I pulled out 1/2 of the juices into the can. And I let it set for about 10 minutes and just marinate a little bit in the refrigerator. So we're going to add our chicken. And see, I don't have a lot of juice in there. That's what you want. Okay, guys, we're going to add that cheese now. We're going to add our American cheese, just like it is. Then we are going to add our sharp cheese, just like it is, guys. Then we are going to add our green onions. And really, guys, you don't have to put any Trinity in this recipe at all unless you want to. But I'm going to use these green onions for some flavor today. Then you are going to take this recipe, guys, and you're going to mix well. Now, if you would like to add a little more water to this recipe, you can. Because remember, you got your mushroom cream soup in this recipe, and you got just a little of that chicken broth from our chicken out of the can. So if you would like, you could add a little bit more water, but I think I'm gonna add maybe just a pinch, guys, okay? Because we got more cheese to put into the recipe. But I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and then we are gonna put this recipe together, and we are gonna put this recipe in the oven on 375. We're gonna bake this recipe for about 35 minutes. Okay guys, we're gonna start transferring our recipe over into our pan or container. Okay guys, so just make one layer. Then I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen next, guys. Okay guys, this is what we're gonna do next, okay? I got some of that cheese, just slices, I'm just gonna put on this recipe. We're gonna pile this recipe up with whatever cheeses you have at the end of the week in this recipe, guys. Then we are gonna start adding our next layer with all that hunk of cheese in there. Look at that, guys. Now, man, you know, guys, this was just some leftover cheese I had in the refrigerator that I had been using for different recipes. So I decided to just put them all in one recipe. Okay guys, it's one more step to this recipe. Now that we got our cheese on top, you're gonna add your spinach, okay? I like to cut down into my spinach when I'm eating this recipe. We are going to let this recipe bake for about 30 minutes, guys. Maybe a little bit less. Once you see your spinach wiggle at the top, you know your recipe is almost done. Okay, guys, don't forget to add some pepper on top of your spinach. And then you're going to add a little kosher salt on this recipe to kind of kick that flavor up a little bit. We're going to put this in the oven, guys, and I am going to let you see how this recipe came out.